Hi, PlaneSaver Nation! Salutations!
Oh, yeah, I've seen those before. Yeah, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash, nice, yeah. I should have sent down those boards. You got them in the other airplane. See? I don't have to have any responsibility now. I can be free. Your responsibility. Me, I could just stand around and be a Saturday morning quarterback.
Those are all brand new.
Robert! Joe McBryan, how are you? How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I've been thinking about you. When you get that tuner going?
In July when I'm done with it.
I got 8,500 brake pucks.
8,500. Yeah. Who was telling me that? Ronnie was telling me that.
8,500.
Can you spare a set?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, hi, I'm Joe McBryan. Yeah. How are you? How are you? How are you? I talked to you on the phone there.
Yes, it was December.
Was that Christmas?
Oh yes, on Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah, well, you guys did very well. First time I've seen the airplane. Well, I've seen it 30 years ago in Ottawa, but it's the first time I've seen it since it rose again. It's like Easter. Push the rock away and rise again.
Yes.
Save the world. She looks very good compared to what she was a couple months ago. She's the flight of the Phoenix, for sure. She'll rise from the ashes.
They lined up all the screws, the slotted screws. You see them? All lined up?
Still like that?
Yeah, look, see? So when they restored this, right there, see that? See all the slots lined up? What a beautiful restoration.
You want to see that pinto lock? How you lock the landing gear up? Yeah. You want to see that? I'll show you. Very cool. Did you see the There's a gear. See the gear with the chain? Right there? Okay? There's a pinto. As this is rotating, that rotates the pinto that's in here. Oh, yes. You feel it? It's like a little different once you're closed up. It's like a door lock. And it comes out like that.
But I generally don't use that too much. I use my iPhone on a wrist mount. I flew to Vancouver Island and back using that last summer.
Is it GPS?
Yeah, before flight. Yeah, I got it.
So this is what she was like, eh?
What it was like at that time. That's a down position for. You would pull it up for takeoff and land. See, pull the seat up.
Wow. So how many of these are flying?
There's only one in Canada.
Oh.
It's articulated.
Really? And what are these threads down here for? They're my heels.
That's a rudder adjust.
Wow.
You use your heels.
All kinds of different size English pilots. Eh? So there's your mirror to see the on your tail. Eh?
But if you saw somebody in this mirror, you're already dead.
Right here?
It's too late.
All lined up?
I use it to adjust the elevator trim.
And the guy got that close, you're done, eh?
Yeah. If you see that guy in there, that's.
So that's what it was like, eh?
It's actually a sweetheart. It does its best to look at.
Nah, they're just gonna tell me I photoshopped myself in there.
I've been a songwriter for a long time. Let me just get. I think I got one more.
Oh, cool.
Look at this. Do you see? Look at the #1 song on there.
DC3?
Today's June 3rd, 2019.
and this is episode 153 of PlaneSavers. Holy smokes, everybody! Monday morning, it is crazy windy out here. Folks, we're trying to get everything done. The air show's cleaning up. Geez, there's even a tornado yesterday as one of the L-39s was leaving the air show. Man, it is crazy. It was a very successful air show weekend for the organizers. Huge congrats to the organizers and everybody who helped the air show. Amazing. But work continued. William and Benjamin did night shift last night. Everyone's just been going crazy. Jay's just continuously giving her underneath the wing today. Jay, what's on the go this morning?
Oh, it's windy, Mike. I can hardly hang on. Oh, we're just plugging away here. How many days left?
3.
3 days. So we got to be ready in 2. In case we have a weather day.
Oh, today might be the weather day, folks. The weather is not looking that good. It is quite crazy. Ronnie, Skittles?
Yeah, Skittles for breakfast. Or this? No, these things. Oh.
Mr. Bobby, how's it going?
Traffic day.
Traffic, how bad was it?
It was okay. An hour and a half, 2 hours. It's good.
What's
I
on the go?
survived.
What's on the go today?
What's on the GoPro today? We're finishing the panels in the front there. Then I'm going to go find some brackets because we need to put the flat axis panel back. And then more verifications and checks. Double and triple eyeballs on everything.
Yeah.
Right? And the wind doesn't let up, eh? It's going to beat us up today.
Oh my lordy.
All right, let's have at her.
Jay.
Oh, there's Joe. He's here.
Well, you never got very rusty out here, eh?
No.
So what do you think, Don?
Hey, how are you?
What do I think? I think it's what you call a survivor. She looks like she survived very well. The environment was friendly to it here. It didn't corrode it or rust it. This is a very good one. So one of the better ones we've run across. It must have been well taken care of in its life, other than the 27 years it sat here in the elements. But up till then, it must have been a pampered kid, like born of privilege, something like you.
All right, my buddy Serge is here. Hey, Serge.
What's going, bud?
You hiding from the camera?
Maybe. You know me.
Well, Serge has been around being my top secret weapon for one heck of a long time now. In fact, Facebook just reminded us that today's our 9-year friendiversary on Facebook. But Serge comes from Classic Wings in Smith Falls, Ontario. Him and Bobby Hansen made a really cool video for us. So I want to show you guys that now. But before that video, Serge has got the honor with Robert to take my father to the Montreal Aviation Museum.
It'll be all right.
You excited?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to film some stuff with your phone?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, there you go. So, folks, let's head off the video now, and we'll wave bye-bye to Serge and my father. Going to go check out the Norseman, because they need some parts. So, they're saving a Norseman, and I know Joe's got some Norseman parts.
Perfect.
Hey, take good care of them.
Well, first we're going to stop at that church over there and do some absolution. See you later. Mike, see that church over there?
Oh, I see it. Ron, you want to go to church?
So we're here out in Smith Falls, Ontario. We're here at Classic Wings, version of PlaneSavers. This is my friend Bob, and he's going to show us around his hangar. And he's been saving airplanes for many years now. And welcome to his hangar.
Yeah, my name is Bob Hansen. With the help of Serge and some other friends, we built this hangar years and years ago, and over the years have acquired, I think it's 18 different aircraft in this particular hangar and 2 other hangars at the airport and stuff. And our goal is to try to keep these old warbirds sort of flying. Yes, there is a few Russian fighter jets in here and stuff we bought that are kind of fun to fly with the kids and going to the air shows. But we have a lot of fun out here with people like Serge and stuff like that, because it's hard to do it by yourself and stuff. And we spend lots of time out here and have all kinds of very safe fun.
And there's no hangar queens.
No,
they're all flying airplanes.
Everything in here, everybody thinks they don't fly, but I fly them all. Everything from fighter jets, helicopters, aerobatic airplanes, old vintage stuff here behind us and stuff. But they all fly. I can pick any bird out of this hangar right now and take Serge with me, and we're gone.
Good. Take us around. Show us.
All right,
perfect.
Buddy.
Thanks.
R44 to Clipper with the pop-out floats. I use that to go back and forth to work and back and forth to my cottage. Just doing some maintenance on it. Just changed the fuel pump. That's one of maybe 5 S2B Pitts in Canada. This is the first one that Pitts ever put the Hartzell claw on. I believe that's a 1990. This is the 1981 Aero Volo Jody L39, built in Czechoslovakia. And I believe this one came from Russia and the one down the line came to Czechoslovakia. But these airplanes fly regularly. We do a lot of air shows with these planes and so on and so forth. So there's 2 exactly the same. Any of you aviation buffs, if you ever know a man named Mike Mangold, God bless him, he died a few years ago in an L-39 accident. But this is the airplane he raced in Reno. It was usually first or second. It was between him and Kurt Brown, which is the next astronaut. But these L-29-601 Vipers are the fastest straight wing jet on the planet. This airplane only takes 600 feet to take off and will sustain 500 miles an hour in a 6G turn. Quite the airplane. Beside the second L-39 is a 1955 DA-50A, nicknamed the T-Bone or the Twin Bonanza. This one was all restored down in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and rumor has it, we've got documentation that this airplane used to belong to Dwight Eisenhower. After he retired, the U.S. government gave him this aircraft, and it's exactly the same way he had it back in the old days. Something a little bit different. There's only 2 aircraft like this in the world. One is in France and one's here. But this started out as the lowest time Harvard Mark IV, 1952. The power plant was changed to an AN2 1340, which is a geared prop. And there's 8 feet of wing missing. So the airplane cruises instead of 120 or 25 knots like a T6, it cruises at about 170 knots. Retractable P-51 Mustang tail wheel, and the center flap is gone. But this thing is just an animal, and I believe the prop is off a DC-3. It's something like that that's on there. So I'm the only one who flies this one because the prop's only 1.5 inches off the ground when you wheel land it. Over here, what we have is a 1943. I think it's a Cadet PT-17. This aircraft actually came from southern Texas. It has been refitted with the 450 horse Pratt Whitney. These either came with a 220 or 225 horse Lycoming or Continental. It's a great machine for doing aerobatics. I fly this one a lot back and forth to my farm. I have my own little airport at my house. And we call this airplane Little Miss Terry because that's my wife. So.
Okay.
Trainer here, it came from
Florida, isn't it?
It came from Ocala, Florida, from a guy. It was totally rebuilt in Florida. Or the U.S. model is called a PT-19. The PT stands for primary trainer. These airplanes in Canada, we call them PT-26s. This one's actually got the canopies on it, like a Canadian airplane. And this is one of only a few around. It's an original Fairchild-built PT-19 and not fleet built. I've never seen not another one in my life. And this next airplane here is kind of rare. It's the only one in Canada. There's not a lot of these left flying. This is a 1942 PT-22 Ryan with a R50 Hive, 540 cubic inch, 160 horsepower engine. This is the same airplane that Harrison Ford crashed on the golf course 5 years ago. Great airplane to fly. It's a little difficult for training students because it stalls at a pretty high speed. That's why what they did back in California years ago, they put this thing on here because a lot of the students would ground loop this thing and they would have some fatal damage. But this one's in really good shape. It's all original. Again, a few years ago, all rebuilt from scratch. There might be 80 hours on this airplane since it was restored. So this airplane was built by a guy in the States. It's called a DR-109. It's kind of a copy between an Extra 300, and the wings look like they come off a Sukhoi 26 or 30 or 31. It's got a 350 horsepower built IO 540. This airplane is stretched for like plus or minus 15 Gs, and it's an animal. It's got a roll rate of almost 400 degrees a second with these humongous ailerons on it. A real blast to fly and very, very powerful. It's not a Red Bull air racer. It's not that fast, but it's an excellent airplane for doing aerobatics. And this is actually a home built. This is a Glasair 3. It's probably one of the fastest single engine prop airplanes on the planet. This thing, you know, with the right prop and stuff and the right altitude, will cruise at about 230 or 240 knots. It's 300 horsepower, tiny little wings on it. The last airplane that's in this particular hangar, we just purchased this a few years ago. This is another home-built airplane. It's called a Murphy Moose, and this was flown back from Revelstoke, BC, about 3,000 miles from here. It's got a Russian MP-14 radio on it, producing about 360 horsepower. It's sort of an unlicensed copy of a Beaver. It's a little bit smaller, but it has just about the same performance. It's a great plane. It's a great home build. It's very safe, and it's built just like a tank. So we're going to bolt a canoe to it. We're going up north fishing with Mikey McBryan if we can find him. Hey, Mike, if you're listening, just a little note from you. I really hope you get your DC-3 working for, I believe it's June 6th. And if I got time, I'm going to pop up and see you, and we'll have a beer just like we did last time. Okay, buddy. Take care, man.
Good afternoon, PlaneSavers. Me and Jay, lots of screws in the panel, closing the panels, and the wind has turned on us. 90 degrees and it's starting to rain, so I've pulled the winter hat out because it's getting cold and windy and rainy. What do you say, Jay?
Hey, Bobby! Yeah? This old Saskatchewan chick. You tie a chain to a tree or a stick, and when it's standing out like this, then it's windy. It's really windy here.
Yeah, the old Saskatchewan wind vein.
Saskatchewan wind vein, that's what it is.
Thanks for that. Bye for now.
That engine is the engine on the DC-9?
You made the trip over.
Well, yeah, this is a silo outlet. This is where they kept the grain.
Yeah, sure is. And in the wintertime, this is like 40 below. It's not heated.
Oh, over a foot thick walls.
You don't think the walls are...
Fridge in the winter and
I gotta find,
Joe from Buffalo here.
Buffalo Joe.
Buffalo Joe behind you there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a pretty young Buffalo Joe over there.
Hey, how are you?
Not too bad.
What's your name?
Frank Wilson.
Jeanette. Yeah, Jeanette. How are you?
It's been 6 years. But I was out for the air show.
Where did you get this?
Patricia did. First plane all metal built in Canada with retractable landing gear and adjustable propellers.
They're built right here.
Yeah, right across the river at Longate.
Where's that?
Where you're from, almost. Where the DTD is parked right now is a school. Where Bratton Whitney was the field where Fairchild was. But it's long gone. They closed up in 1948.
Well, what was the sister to the body structure there? Another airplane.
Blenheim? Well, this is a short, started life as a short nose. On the dash of the pilot, there's a green and red light. So the navigator, if you wanted them to go left, push the red button. If you wanted them to go right, push the green button.
Also, after a while, Washington, Virginia, there's a picture of it from Roll when they got it. Sitka spruce. We actually got some good wood. The pieces we were able to make these. And the doors were also rotted crap. We used them to make the doors.
We have parts from the DTD that Benoit had, and he stored them here for keepsake. Keepsake, I think it's Benoit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, the only people that ever used those on the Norseman was the RCMP. And that's the color of the RCMP. They were yellow wings with blue fuselage, the MPL. They also did on two of those. Yeah. That's hard to make. Yeah, I'll send you a couple of those.
Would be appreciated.
What's that prop out? Looks like cancer.
No, it's Bolingbrook. The fiberglass mold.
Fiberglass mold.
We created the real prop.
The military had the big 18-gallon tank. The civilian had the 5-gallon.
What do you got? The small one?
Yeah, too much weight for the big
Okay,
one.
oh yeah.
I've got a couple more tanks upstairs.
Is there many people rebuilding Norsemen now?
One in Ottawa, one in Quebec, that's the only ones I know of.
Well, there's one in Hamilton, but it's flyable. Warplane.
Oh, yeah.
They have one.
What do you say, Joe? What do you say, Joe? You never saw a door like this before?
I've never seen a forward opening door like that before. Yeah.
It's the original skin on there, so there was no outside hinges on it.
Yeah, this piece here comes out. You see right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
And this piece is gone. There's an insert that snaps in there. You snap it out, and in goes the door, right? And these seats here, you can always find the sides, but there's one that goes across the back. It's always hard to find, eh? Two there.
Okay.
And you see some in the States that put another window here, right? We've got two passengers sitting there. Yeah. So you'll see the odd one with that. It has too many windows, eh? This part here, it goes into a floor and you just twist it.
Okay.
Like a Zeus fastener.
Yeah.
I think John's working on those.
But those other ones there, they're just on the side, they just line up and you pull it back and you put it. So the idea is you can undo this and fold them up, put freight in,
Yeah.
put them down, they can haul passengers back, they're in or out. Oh, it's coming along good though. That they pound her so hard that you gotta run a line from your center of your prop dome to your tail, make sure it's just mystical. As soon as this is hanging down, because it's bent,
Yeah.
then it's pulling hard and it doesn't perform on the ground. It won't take off good. So again, that was.
How does that get big?
I'm just pounding on the ice.
Really?
Right. But see, the Mark IV Norseman had this and the motor mount were one piece. It's only the 5 and 6, and this is a 64. Is it had a separate motor mount. It's not built on, and they'd pound down, and then the rubbers on the holding your engine would get all rotten. As soon as your engine was hanging, it's like if you go outside and start a 172, you always know that it goes just after it starts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this thing wants to pull itself down, and you want to pull, yeah. So you get guys that rebuild them, they measure them all up, they build them back straight. Because they, over the years, see that thing being like that, well, like Beaver's rodders were like this, went like this was straight down, so it went like this and pushed everything up. I like this one.
So it's not too pristine,
Jay, what are you up to?
Pulling the oil screen.
Oh. Yeah. You're doing it right now.
Right now. Spare parts.
Nasty.
It's good for your skin.
Yeah.
People spend big money at dermatologists to get this kind of attention.
So you recommend it for acne and stuff, eh?
Oh yes, definitely. Especially for dry, chapped skin. You'll never get a skin infection on a cut in your hand with this stuff.
That's what they told me.
Okay, lot of nuts around here today.
Yeah, there's the windsock. It's been like that all day long. As you can see, Jay has switched into his heavy-duty outfit.
Let's need the Arctic coveralls.
Norman, what's with all the noise?
All the noise, I don't know. And the wind, can't hear nothing. Don't dispatch you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jay, what's happening? It looks a lot cleaner and buttoned up under here.
Looks great. It's an earplug kind of day because the wind just howls through your ears. But yeah, we got all the rigging checked. It was all fine. There was no adjustments to do. Just doubled everything and doubled it again. Lock wired everything up for the aileron trims, ailerons. Then we just made sure there was nothing left in all the open panels. They've been open since we started really. So checked in there, sewed everything up, and so the belly's all clean. Center stress panels are back in, and then we checked the tail, made sure elevator trim, rudder trim was all moving correctly. Now just doing a bit of a tune to the carb heat on the right, and do another run tomorrow. Just want to say hi to my mom and dad. They've been watching from Fort Francis, and especially to my dad. Lots of people were asking, since with the DC-3 and stuff, where'd you get your love of airplanes? And I really think a lot of that came from him. He didn't fly, he didn't fix, but he flew around in airplanes lots in his job, and he's been in an airplane not longer than me. So here's to you.
They brought these out. They got quite a box.
So Ronnie and my father are going through the cockpit, and Ronnie's familiarizing Joe with the setup of DTD here, as it is quite a bit different than the other DC-3s, as almost every DC-3 is different. As Quinn is realizing, if you remember, Quinn is the co-pilot that we chose to fly the aircraft. He did some ground school with a former Buffalo chief pilot, Kenny Buse. Quinn is actually on his way to Yellowknife tonight to fly a couple hours in the DC-3 in Yellowknife as a refresher course. He's hopefully going to send me some footage maybe tonight of that, and then he's going to be here Wednesday. So we're excited to see Quinn. Everyone's just been going full bore. The wind has just been an issue. There's not too many episodes left, folks. There's not too many episodes. This is going to be a long episode with all the bonus stuff. I wanted to make sure this one is really meaty and awesome for you guys. To end it off, I want to end the episode with a special thank you to Danny Price. Danny with the Halifax Museum has sent us a complete walk around. So if you made it this far in the video, and you can hear my voice talking right now, you've seen a lot of Danny's videos, and now he's going to do a full-on walk around. So I want to shoot it out to Danny, and I'll be seeing you. I'll say goodbye when you guys are back from Halifax. So check this out.
Danny from the Atlantic Canada Aviation Museum again. We're out here on a beautiful Saturday morning, and today we're going to take a walk through and have a look at what we have.
Okay, Mikey, here we go. We're going in. Walk in the front door. Right in the front door here, we have a Lincoln Sport. Now, when we got it, it didn't have the engine or the landing gear or stuff, so we just put that on to make it look a little more finished. This is the oldest airplane in our collection. This one was built in the 30s. It never flew. The gentleman had built one airplane already and flew it and crashed it. And his wife said he was never allowed to have another one. Well, he lived in a big house and had 3 floors, and up in the attic he started building this airplane again because his wife couldn't go up the stairs. She never knew he had it. When she passed away, it was found in the attic and it was given to us. Anyway, let's keep walking here. We got displays and models and everything. Walk out into what we call our Silver Dart Gallery. And here we see a model of the Silver Dart. Over top, your favorite airplane. There you go. We'll just keep walking around here. You can see all kinds of stuff. Down the stairs. We are open this time of year now, so we're open every day from 9 to 5.
Back by the 104. Here we go, that's a tire off the space shuttle, and it has actually been into space. We build all our displays. These dioramas were built by students at a school close to here. One is the original Halifax Airport, and this is the Halifax Airport now. Just keep walking around here. There's the burner end. That's where she gets really warm. A Jet Ranger Bell 47. We'll walk down what we call our tunnel that takes us out into the hangar. And here we go. There you go. There's our CF-100. Engine out of a Voodoo. Couple of Genie rockets. And yes, that is a real V1. We believe it came over here in late 1944 on a war bond tour. There's our Pitt Special. There's the Jetstar. There's the Tomahawk above it. There's our Citabria. Look down the way here, see all the airplanes. Up there is our L-Spatch glider. I'm going to have to turn around here in a second because I'll show you the one up above us. This is our Scamp, home built down in Cape Breton. There's the Sabre. Look around the corner at the 5. There's the Aircona C3. It's the Eurocoupe. There's the tail off the Canso. We got her pretty packed in here, as you can see. Walk back by the tracker. All kinds of stuff. There's lots to see in here. I'm going through pretty quick. It would take you a little longer. There's our T-33. There's the nose off the Argus. That was actually a simulator. It came down the same production line as the real airplanes. Back up the Avenger. Tail cone off an Argus, the Mad Boom. Okay, we can go up in here for just a second if you want. We have this completed in here so you can see what the... There you go. Look up to the cockpit here. The little hatch to pop out the top. Okay, let's go back out. There's an Argus in flight. Walk up the back of the airplanes here. Look up the Avenger. There's all our collection of engines. Displays all on the wall. There you go, a drop tank for fighting fires off a Beaver. Looking back up the Sabre. All our torpedo collection. Sonar buoys. Our display for the Golden Hawks. Uniform that Jim McComb wore while flying with the Golden Hawks. He was a member, actually. He was a... More engines, jet engines. Here's a cutaway of a 3350. Something interesting about this one. Just watch it there for a second. She spins. That's pretty cool. More model collections. Another look at the 100. Okay, we're going to walk back up the tunnel. It lists all the airports and landing grounds in Newfoundland and Labrador. And then there's PEI, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. We'll go back out. This is our little kid's toy that you can get in and pretend they're flying an airplane. There's our Jet Ranger. It rescued several people off a ferry that was sinking off the William Carson. I think it was like 35 or 36 people it rescued. This is our Bell 47J2. It flew with, at the time, with the Forest Service in Quebec. And our CF-100 down below went out one day on a flight. Had just been in for service. He went inverted, and the seats came up the rails. The back seater fell out of the airplane and parachuted down to safety. He was okay. The pilot landed the airplane. Everything was good. And the back seater was picked up by a Bell 47J2. And it was actually this Bell 47J2. So it's pretty cool. We got the plane that the guy fell out of, and we got the helicopter he was picked up in. Here's our wall to Atlantic Airlines. This is a little home-built helicopter. It's actually powered by a motor out of a Subaru car. And the last little bit we got, we'll go up the ramp here. So we are completely wheelchair accessible. Well, what we got up here is we got a lot of uniforms from flight attendants. Actually, these all came from one flight attendant who worked for Eastern Provincial Airways from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and into the 80s, I do believe. I think they're pretty cool. And they all came from the same lady. There we go. Now we'll finish going up here, and just all along the side here, we just got assorted stuff. All kinds of things to look at. We'll go up here, and there we're back to the start. And here's our gift shop. So this is outside the gift shop. We got the best collection of model kits in Eastern Canada. Let's have a quick look at our gift shop here. And as you can see, it's well equipped and lots of models. We've got somewhere around 3,000 model kits. Anyway, Mikey, I hope you enjoyed it. And good luck with flying the old bird on the 6th. I wish I could be there, but there's that work thing I got to do. So I'll talk to you later, Mikey. Bye.
So thank you, Danny, for all the footage you've sent us. That is one awesome museum. I've heard that people are coming into the museum and saying they've been there because of PlaneSavers, which is very, very cool. And yeah, so that's it, folks, man. There's not going to be that many episodes left, so you know, take it all in. Yeah. Once this is over, we'll have to go back to living a normal life, I guess, both me and you. So yeah, I'm gonna go in, edit this episode. Hopefully everything's going good, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye.